What's up? What's up, my Mind Your Money business people? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news, and things have not gotten better. The Dow slips more than 300 more points today as Trump's tariffs rattle stocks for a third day. This is a great time to invest, people. This is a great time to invest. Stocks are at one of the all-time lows. It's a great time to invest. And for those of you who haven't invested when prices were a lot higher, when Tesla was $400, when Nvidia was $150, when these stocks were just high, and now they're at a fraction of the price. They're half the price, some of them. Some of them are $30 down, $40 down, $50 down, $100 down. And if you do your investigating and you do your research, or you give your money to a financial expert and invest, you can make a lot of money in the future. The plan is not today. Is your plan for making money isn't just for today, it's for the future, right? You're planning for the future. So let's get into the news, because I'm still investing. Actually, I'm able to gain more stocks investing now because stocks are cheaper. So it says here the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell for a third day following President Trump's tariff fallout, with the president threatening even higher rates against China on Monday. The session was a wild one as traders tried to speculate when the market would bottom from Trump's tariff turmoil, with the Dow posting its largest intraday point swing ever recorded, right? Stocks mounted a short-lived rally at one point that took the Dow Jones Industrial Average into positive territory. Speculation of some sort of tariffs paused circulation on social media, contributing to the pop. Social media is a powerful thing, people. The White House, however, told CNBC that any talk of a 90-day pause was fake news, and major averages retreated once again. So the S&P 500 has lost more than 10% the last 3 sessions in its worst stretch since the outbreak of COVID in 2020. Despite the sell-off, the White House has remained defiant, reiterating that the set of shockingly high tariffs unveiled Wednesday evening would take effect on April 9th. As scheduled, China retaliated on Friday, and other countries are readying their own counter tariffs. Trump threatened Beijing on Monday with even higher tariffs versus Truth Social. If China does not withdraw its 34% increase above their already long-term trading abuses by tomorrow, April 8th, 2025, the United States will impose additional tariffs on China of 50%, effective April 9th. Additionally, all talks with China concerning their requested meetings with us will be terminated. Trump also reiterated to reporters later Monday that no pause in the tariff plan was being assessed. The president is losing the confidence of business leaders around the globe. That is not what we voted for, wrote Bill Ackman, billionaire head of Pershing Square on X. I guess that's on Twitter. The president has an opportunity on Monday to call a timeout and have the time to execute on fixing an unfair tariff system. Alternatively, we are heading for a self-induced economic nuclear winter. And we should start hunkering down. That means save your money. You can invest, but make sure you're saving your money. Make sure you're getting out of debt, because this may take a while before the economy recovers from all these back and forths, right? So the administration said at least 50 nations had reached out to start negotiations. Vietnam has offered already to cut tariffs on the U.S. to 0, according to Trump. But trade advisor Pete Navarro told CNBC on Monday that wasn't enough, and that it's the non-tariff cheating that matters. This suggests negotiations could be drawn out longer than Wall Street would like. Yeah, because if this thing continues to be drawn out, it's going to affect the stock market. Buy the dip. Fears grew on the street that the sell-off would feed on itself, with hedge funds forced to sell down equities and other risky assets to raise cash needed meet margin calls. Yeah, these hedge funds are billions and billions of dollars. You know, the CBOE volatility index, Wall Street's fear gauge, surged as high as 60 level Monday, an extreme threshold seen mostly only during bear markets. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound like it's a good thing, right? So margin calls are going out as we speak, said Chris Rupke, chief economist at Forward Bonds. It's FWDBONDS. For a third straight day, investors in U.S. equity markets have turned huge thumbs down on the White House Liberation Day tariffs, which have rocked Wall Street. So just know, like these margin calls that they're talking about, this is what day traders do. I guarantee people are becoming rich because the market is going down. When you put in these margin calls and these puts, these day traders, they can bet that stock prices are going to go down, and if they do go down, they make thousands and even millions of dollars in one day. Yeah, if anybody out there is a day trader that's a successful one, hit me up. Yeah, so Apple shares closed 3.7% lower after Trump's threat to double down on China tariffs. The iPhone maker has lost nearly $640 billion in market cap over the past 3 trading days. Wow. This is no joke, people. This tariff situation is affecting everything and everybody at the moment. At the moment, right? But trouble doesn't last always. So just think about the future. Once they get things settled, they have to at some point. And then things will, I don't think things will ever be normal for a lot of people, but the market was created for the rich to make them richer. It's one avenue, right? It's not the only avenue, but it's one avenue. So continue the dollar cost average into the market. Continue to get out of debt. Continue to lower your debt to income ratio. Get control of your finances. Create a plan, right? So let's see what the stock market did today. Palantir closed today at $3.83 higher, closing out at $77.84. Tesla lost a whopping $27 today. I remember when Tesla was up to $400. They're now selling for $233.29. Tesla's market cap had reached over $1 trillion. Its market cap is now $750 billion. These companies are really affected by the market being down right now. This is like, ooh. Nvidia lost $7.49. Nvidia actually gained $3.33 today. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, closing out at $97.64. Nvidia was almost $4 trillion market cap. It was like I think the highest it got was 3.8 trillion. At some point, it's now at 2.382 trillion. It has lost over $1 trillion in market cap. Damn. Wow. Broadcom gained $7.85 today, closing out at $154.14. Wow. Actually, no. Tesla did not lose $27. My bad. I needed to refresh. Tesla lost $6.14 today, closing out at $233.29. Huh. That was interesting. Yeah. My information technology ETF, FTEC, closed out today gaining 63 cents. At $143.08. SPLG lost 12 cents today, closing out at $59.33. Oh, what is VOO at right now? VOO is Vanguard's S&P 500. Damn, it didn't. Hey, those guys keeping their money. Kind of safe. Yeah, they're holding steady. Oh, what were they at 5 days ago? Yeah, they were over, what about 1 month ago? Yeah, they've shedded a little bit. VOO is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. Let me see what their VGT is at. It's like my SPLG is similar to Vanguard's VOO. And Vanguard's VGT, the Information Technology Fund, is similar to my FTEC. But Vanguard's VGT Information Technology Fund is at $479, while my FTEC, which contains about the same stocks as Vanguard's, is a lot cheaper. But they haven't lost like a ton of money like the rest of the funds. But yeah, that's it, people. Yeah, continue to invest. I will. I plan to. Even though things are at a downturn, I do believe that the market will recover at some point. However, before it does, it looks like a lot of things are going to be affected, and not in a good way. That's why you have to be smart with your money, smart with your business. Continue to budget dollar cost average into the stock market. Make sure that you're investing into good growth stocks and mutual funds. If not, make sure that you are giving your money to a good financial advisor that will invest in good companies on your part. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think, if you think anything at all. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. So any and all information on my channel is for entertainment and informational purposes only. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. All right, so you guys take care. Peace.